Here with Svengoolie, the living legend. What's your favorite video game review show?
My 16-bit white guys.
Welcome back to another edition of 16-Bit White Guys. It's a monster show this week.
No, it's a kaiju show this week.
It's a monster show this
Woo,
week.
monster!
Literally, because
Yes.
we're talking about
G-Fest. Yes,
the
G-Fest
the
2012.
The G stands for
Goldyn.
no.
Oh, Godzilla Fest. I'm sorry, my last name's Goldyn. I get things confused easily. I was there. Yeah, I was there on location representing the 16-Bit White Guys, getting some excellent footage. I went there to cover their Godzilla Saves the Earth and Godzilla Unleashed tournament, which was hugely successful.
But tell the truth, you're actually the biggest Godzilla nerd in the world.
It's close.
And so that's why you really went?
It's really close, man.
And we have no games to talk about this week.
Nothing.
Because NCAA 13 came out and
I can't throw a football.
we don't play sports games.
Yeah.
Because we suck at them and we don't want to do the game a disservice by trying to review it for you.
Right.
So instead of reviewing games, we're going to let Johnny rant a little bit about Godzilla.
G-Fest 2012, I gotta say, again, was an amazing show. JD Lees and his crew put it together, and they really brought it over the top. They brought back Akira Takarada, which was one of the actors from the original 1954 Godzilla. I did get a chance to shake his hand again and say hello to him, and it's just, you know, when you meet somebody that has such a huge impact in your life, it's kind of awe-inspiring. I mean, I know for you guys, who's Akira Takarada? And I'm like,
I think most of our audience is probably listening.
well, he was in the first Godzilla film. He was in several other kaiju films after that. He actually was in Godzilla Final Wars, the last and final Godzilla film made in 2004.
Was he in the one with Matthew Broderick?
Moving on. So, basically, G-Fest, a 3-day convention that is all things tokusatsu, kaiju, just basically all things Japanese heroes, Godzilla, Ultraman, Kamen Rider.
Everything Jonny Goldyn loves.
Everything I live for. Everything. And I gotta say, I went on Saturday and Sunday this year, and it was awesome. It really is. I mean, the people you meet there are just great people, really nice. There's no attitudes. Check the baggage at the door, and it's just all about having fun in a family-friendly environment. And it really is. They have a room set up for kids, so kids could go in and color Godzilla pictures and build crafts. So, I mean, that's always really cool. They have viewing rooms set up where you could go in and sit and watch different kaiju or tokusatsu films. I got a chance to sit down and talk with Billy Dubose, who is making right now one of, in my opinion, one of the greatest fan films made for Godzilla. It's called Godzilla Battle Royale. He's bringing in a bunch of different monsters, and it's all 100% fan-made. I mean, He's directing, shooting, special effects, and it actually premiered at the Pickwick Theater before Godzilla vs. the Destroyer Saturday night. So that was a pretty big thing for a guy that I know. You know, that was like a huge, amazing thing. All right, Johnny here from 16-Bit White Guys, sitting with Billy Dubose, the director of Godzilla Battle Royale. Billy, what was your inspiration behind this awesome fan film?
I have to say, G-Fest in itself, Paul Gavins with his costumes, Chris Hunt-Yelchison with his costume, and Godzilla X Kaiju Killer, and just the fans who have been so supportive of my work. It always keeps me going with it.
Now, your trailer will actually be on the big screen tonight, will it not? It's going to be before the Godzilla vs. Destroyer as the trailer before it, correct?
That's what I was told, and I gave the DVD to Jeff Horn, and said we're gonna play it, and I can't wait to see it myself. So I hope all goes well.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Now, a couple other questions. You know, we are a video game based web show or web series. From what I understand, you're a pretty heavy gamer.
You can say that, yeah.
What are you playing right now? What's in the system? And what system are you playing?
Well, I love Nintendo. I love PlayStation 3. Was never the biggest Xbox guy. Nothing against it. It's just I never.
Ooh, all you Microsoft people are gonna be angry now.
No, there's no hate on it. I could never get the controller myself. Other than that, the graphics and sound are great. I was just always a PS and a Nintendo guy at heart. But if you're gonna ask what games I play, I always go Resident Evil or anything Capcom.
So you're probably very excited about Resident Evil 6 dropping in October.
Yes, I am very excited about that. I'm very excited Leon's back, and it's going to be an interesting encounter between him and Chris Redfield.
Oh, yeah. Now, let's break this down real quick. Now, Godzilla has a huge history in video games.
Oh, yeah.
Huge history. What are a couple of your favorite Godzilla games?
Well, we can go as far as back as the old Nintendo game, which was in some respects very hard, but in other respects still a classic, even for Nintendo standards.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, great graphics, excellent side-scrolling action game. I mean, it was a wonderful game. They kind of dropped the ball with Super Godzilla for SNES. I mean, it was kind of a weird concept, a weird game. Great graphics, though, and great soundtrack in that game, of course.
I kind of disagree. I will agree that it got boring when trying to get to the monster, and a lot of people always tend to argue that it's hard to control. However, when I was a kid, I luckily enough got the control on the first try, and I enjoyed that game since.
Right on, man. So, again, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule. He's actually very busy here. He's actually doing a lot of shooting for his full-length film. Like I said, the trailer will be tonight. You could also see the trailer on YouTube. Be sure to look it up. Billy, you want to plug it? Plug your YouTube page.
Oh, yes. Rockstar BD82. Look it up on YouTube, and I will have the video up later tonight after it premieres on the Pickwick. So, yeah.
Awesome. They spent some time in the dealer rooms. I mean, the dealer rooms are awesome. A lot of people are there. I mean, toys that you've never think you would ever see. Like, I ended up grabbing a vintage Poppy Godzilla, which was the first Godzilla toy I ever owned as a child.
Yeah.
So I replaced it, and
Nice.
it has a special place in my heart, which is awesome.
Put it in your heart.
Yes.
Ouch.
Yeah, it hurt a little, but it needed to go there.
And
But basically, like I said, it's just a 3-day event of all things awesome. I mean, they
you
had
met
some...
Svengoolie.
Svengoolie, the legend. I shook the man's hand. I had a chance to tell him how amazing it was to grow up watching him with my father, and now how life has gone full circle, and I watch it with my children on
That's
Saturday
awesome.
nights. So, I mean...
He used to scare me as a kid.
Really?
Oh yeah, I never watched that show because he'd come on and I'd be like, "This guy's freaking me out."
Was it the rubber chicken or the talking skull
I
with
don't
the
know.
mustache?
I don't know.
Because it was awesome.
But
yeah, he was...
now that I've grown up, it's like, yeah, he's kind of cool.
I also got to meet IDW artist Matt Frank, who works on Godzilla Kingdom of Monsters, which is a really well-selling IDW comic right now. I got to meet him and talk to him a little bit. And he was a really down-to-earth, humble, nice guy, just super cool. And then, of course, I always, got a chance to sit down and talk with JD Lees for a little bit and, pick his brain on his ideas. 60-minute white guy, Goldie here. I'm standing with the man, JD Lees. This is the man that puts all of this together and makes it happen for all of us kaiju fans throughout the world. JD, thank you for having 60-minute white guys here again for a second year. We really appreciate it. Last year's show was one of the biggest hits on our show for views. Absolutely. I think a lot of the fans support us now because of this. So again, thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it, and thank you so much for everything you do. I mean, this is amazing. This has to be a lot of work, and it's got to drive a little batty at times.
A little bit. It is a lot of work, but it's way too much for one person. I have a great team of people who all know their jobs, and it's a huge effort to put this on for everybody, but they're a great bunch of people, and I'm grateful to all the people who pitch in and do this.
Well, we are grateful for all of them for doing it. As a kaiju fan since 3 years old, watching Godzilla on Svengoolie with my dad, this is by far the best con that 60-minute white guys attend. I mean, we do E3, we do Wizard World, we do Days of the Dead, but for me, this one holds a special part in my heart because Godzilla always will. You know what I mean? So, thank you again for having us, JD. We really appreciate it. Hopefully, we'll see you next year.
Well, I'll be here, and I hope you will be too.
All in all, the convention was an amazing time. If nobody knows about it, you could go to gfan.com, which is an actual magazine that is put out bi-monthly, or it's like every 2 months it comes out, and it's basically the convention's brought by them. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it gives you the information for the convention. I mean, they have movies, they have toys, great family fun. It really is something that I think everybody should at least, experience once. Because you got your big ones. You got your C2E2, you got your ASEN, which is the Anime Con, and then you got your Wizard World. And I mean, why not? I mean, we all have seen a Godzilla movie in our life. You can't say that we haven't. And go check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's a good time.
Yeah. What about the video game tournament?
The video game tournament.
Since we are a video game show.
The video game tournament was real cool. They had Godzilla Saves the Earth running on a original Xbox, which was the Mountain Dew Special Edition.
Nice.
You ever see that one? The lime green one? Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, that was awesome. And then they had Unleashed running on the Wii. They had categories for all the kids in the different age brackets. And I mean, it was just really kind of cool to sit back and watch this because you got all these guys that are talking mad smack about Godzilla
Yeah.
and, fighting against each other and they're back talking back and forth. And I mean, I got a lot of it on video. I mean, you at home will see. It was just a good time. At least over 100 entries this year.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good turn.
Yeah, and they had over 2,000 people there on Saturday.
Sweet.
For G-Fest.
Cool.
So that's pretty big.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, for something that, certain people I know are like, yeah, it's going to be like you and 8 people. It's like, no, it's going to be more than that, buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I love the guys in costume. I always like to play with them and talk to them. And, I got some amazing interviews with Ultraman and Bylante and Zegra from Gamera. So, I mean,
Cool.
it was just an all-around, it was a blast. I can't wait for this episode to air. I can't wait to post it on the G-Fan site and post it and send it to JD. But that's, it was awesome.
Cool.
And, we will be at the Wizard World Comic Con
Yes.
representing 16-Bit White Guys this year
I
as
was going to
well.
mention that. That'll be the next show we're at.
Yeah, that's the next one.
Is Comic-Con.
Yes, sir.
We're actually got press badges this year.
Whee!
We're moving up in the world.
I know.
Hopefully we get some cool interviews and
That'd be
stuff.
awesome.
So,
That would be great.
yeah. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
You guys will have to check that out when we bring that to you.
Yeah.
But otherwise, there's no games this week to review. There's a 3DS game that I might actually pop in. I think it's an RPG. I can't even remember the name of it.
Didn't that, I thought it was the Kingdom Hearts. Didn't that Kingdom Hearts come out?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so.
So I thought I saw a review for it on a other website that's not 16-Bit White Guys.
I don't think that came out yet. I'll have to look into that. I hope it didn't.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get it yet.
Yeah. Brr.
But anyways, so next week is our Skyrim event where we're attempting to break the world record for playing an RPG, and we are playing Skyrim, trying to play for 48 hours straight. We still need help.
Lots of help.
We need some witnesses. We got to have 2 witnesses at all times there to prove that we did it. So if you want to help, drop us a line on our Facebook page, 16-Bit White Guys, and we'll get in touch with you and slot you in somewhere. It's going to be going for 48 hours straight, so if you want to do a graveyard shift, that would be awesome too. We're doing it at Guerrilla Games Naperville. They're actually going to have extended hours. I think they're going to open at 8 and probably stay open until at least 11 each day that we're there. So that'll be cool too. You can come and check it out. Just stop by and say hey and make sure we're awake. Smack us in the face a little bit. Because that's going to be hard.
And bring lots of coffee.
Coffee and or 5-hour energy.
Yes, lots of those.
I don't like Red Bull. But anyway, like us, share us with your friends. Check us out on YouTube, which you're probably doing if you're watching this.
Yeah.
Or they could be looking at us on Facebook.
Could be.
You never know. 16-Bit White Guys on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
And that's about
That's it, man. I just want to say again, thank you very much to JD Lees for inviting 16-Bit White Guys out for the second year in a row. And I'm looking forward to going next year. I'm hoping next year's, each year it gets bigger and better. So I can't wait.
Cool.
Can't wait.
Next week we'll probably be bringing you, because there's nothing to review next week, so we'll probably be bringing you stuff from the Skyrim event, which you're going to MC it.
That's right.
So, or at least parts of it.
Yeah, parts of it. The parts I could be there when I'm not working.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's it, guys. See you later. Bye.
This is Matt Frank. He is the current artist on IDW's Godzilla Kingdom of Monsters. Mr. Frank, what's your favorite video game review show?
16-Bit White Guys.